What's the deal? Doing it?
And to you.
Hello, welcome to Versus Live. I'm Ross Merriam.
And I'm Corey Baumeister.
And we've got Rob in the booth. Say hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Rob will be taking all of your questions, comments, concerns, and burns in the chat. Make sure to tag at Star City Games so he can see them and send his favorites over to us. It is our final match on our essentially preview for week 1 of Zendikar Rising Standard here on Versus Live.
I would say our preview championship show. You know, we've tried a lot of decks. These seem to be the best.
Yeah. They're the, these are the decks that are performing the best. These are the decks that have impressed us when we're watching. I know you got a lot of viewing time in over the weekend and doing a lot of coverage and playing in the Bash Bros event. I was definitely glued to my chair for most of the weekend watching some things as well.
I don't know why you would glue yourself to a chair. Just buy a Carnox chair. They're just comfy. You don't have to glue yourself down.
It was an accident, Corey. We don't need to get into it.
Okay. All right.
I was trying to make some macaroni art. And,
as you do quite often.
Yeah. So macaroni art aficionado. So there's a lot of glue in my apartment. Sometimes it gets into unusual places.
Okay. All right. Let's move on from that topic if I've ever heard one.
That's how you know we're getting towards the end of the show.
Yes.
Things like that start slipping out.
Oh, man.
Okay. Last match of the day. We set it up before the break. I'm going to be playing Gruul from Jason Florent. This is the Embercleave deck du jour so far.
Yep.
We both agree that Embercleave is a pillar of the metagame. I think it's the best card for any aggressive deck to be playing. Really just closing the game out, so important. And just dealing huge chunks of damage.
Yeah.
We saw this happen 6-7 years ago when Thragtusk was around in Standard. And there were a lot of decks that were just playing Thragtusk mirrors, trying to go over the top. Games are going really long. So the mirror breakers were often the lands from Innistrad, like Kessig Wolfrog. Just as a huge mana sink, or Defalia Drownyard. You ignore it and just deck them. Were things that people were doing there. And
simpler times.
the aggro decks ended up getting outclassed for a while by Thragtusk, and people thought, well, you just can't play aggro. Thragtusk is too good. And we eventually realized you just had to go big. And that's when Thundermaw Hellkite started showing up. A lot of Falcon Wrath Aristocrats, these big, beefy flyers were dealing damage in large chunks. And that's what Embercleave is doing. You strap that onto a Lovestruck Beast or a Bone Crusher Giant,
and go to town.
They're going to die real fast. As long as they don't get too much going, you got enough removal to keep them off balance. In particular, Gruul is very good at answering Cobra between Spike Field and Bone Crusher Giant. So that's really what stops the most explosive draws.
Yeah.
And it really stops Omnath from getting out of control until super long. You got Red Cap melees in the sideboard to deal with those as well. So you've got just enough removal to keep them off balance. You don't really deal with Uro very well. So Embercleave is really your best card to get through an Uro.
Yep.
And other than that, it's just, beefy creatures, and you're hoping to Embercleave one real fast.
Yeah, and honestly, I love it. So I played my dropping bombs. I actually had 2 dropping bombs this week for anybody interested in that series. I played my Yorion deck on Monday, which got released yesterday. And then I played this, and I had an exciting one that will be released tomorrow if you want to see a little bit more gameplay from them. But I'm with Ross here on this. The best Embercleave deck. I'm a big fan of it. I've been thoroughly enjoying the deck, and that's definitely on my radar as a deck to play for this weekend.
Yep. And you're going to be playing Emma Handy's 4-color Omnath Adventures.
Exactly.
Standard list with Omnath. We'll see how it plays. Typically, Adventures has been good against aggro.
Yeah.
Your Bone Crusher Giants are fine against the early creatures. Don't really deal with the big creatures. You have Brazen Bar for those, but not a ton of interaction. So if I can get a quick Embercleave, it really puts the pressure on you. And sometimes you have time even to re-equip the Cleave.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. It'll be an interesting match, that's for sure. I like Emma's new build here, so I'm really excited to see it in action. And let's do it.
I'm not excited to see this hand.
Yeah, this hand.
0 lands in it.
Okay. But how many double face cards?
Also 0.
I'm going to keep just off the power of this, but this could go south on me as well, but I think it's close enough to a keep.
Close enough, he says. What isn't close enough, Corey?
7 lands. I had 6 lands at home, and that was perfectly fine, but 7 lands?
7 lands. That you'd send back?
That I'd send back, yeah.
Unless you were playing a control mirror, in which case, Snapkeep.
Yeah, then that's pretty solid, yeah. Absolutely. All right, well, do you have a question for us?
I don't at the moment.
No questions, okay. Queue is open if anybody's interested. We'll get to some questions after our sideboarding here.
And I will draw my second hand.
All right, good luck to you.
It will have a land in it.
I hope not.
Actually, I want to rephrase that to the Magic Gods. Hopefully it has multiple lands in it.
Yeah, okay. You had to specify, otherwise you're in trouble there.
Ross, Emma said you're going to lose.
Dang right. Emma's got a masterpiece here, so you're going down.
Masterpiece has been called.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to keep this.
Okay.
The question is what I'm putting back. And I think it's pretty clearly the symbiosis. We don't need it as a land. And I'd much rather draw this later than play it as a land early.
I'm going to play an Innkeeper and pass to you.
That's lucky.
No, Lucky Clover comes on turn 2.
I will play a Shatter Skull.
Okay.
The Hammer Pass.
The Hammer Pass.
It'll be tapped.
All right. I like that. Now, that's an interesting one. Actually, that really changes my play, I think. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to head on an adventure and beat down for 1.
Who are you going to take on that adventure with you?
Well, Emma Handy, of course. She created the deck.
I was setting you up to say Shaheen Sarani.
Oh, no. I've been on enough adventures with Shaheen Sarani here.
We don't need any more. The world has moved beyond adventures with Shaheen Sarani. Okay, so I'm going to put the kibosh on you drawing cards here.
Okay, that's pretty solid.
Stomp that one out and pass the turn.
Okay. Now, I think I actually just want to get back my Innkeeper here. It's so important.
See, Balaged Recovery.
Yeah, Balaged Recovery for the Innkeeper.
Love that as a one in this deck.
Yeah.
I think it's a great.
Here we go. Kind of setting up a nice Love Struck plus Innkeeper turn.
Yeah, and I can't really do anything to stop it. So I'll just play a Mountain and a Rada.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Resolves.
So I've got 18 for me and 20 for you as life totals.
Correct, yep. 18. Pretty good draw on my part. Yeah, we're going to do that play.
Draw a card.
Draw a magical card and pass to you. Pretty good top deck as well for us.
Ooh, there's a Fable Passage on the top.
How lucky. Doesn't even look. No value.
I'm tapping out this turn, so
Okay.
I don't even want to look.
Is it QB o'clock?
It is not QB o'clock.
Okay.
But I got a little jealous of you drawing cards over there, so I've got my own Innkeeper.
Wow.
And then I'll play the Bone Crusher Giant from the Adventure Zone.
I like it.
It's not really the Adventure Zone, it's just Exile, but Special Exile.
Yes. Super Exile.
No, the Super Exile is when you cast AWOL. The unglued card.
Okay.
It says, it gets removed.
I love that you know this card.
It removes an attack creature from the game, and then it removes it from that zone and puts it in the absolutely freaking removed from the game forever zone.
Oh, I have seen that. Yes, absolutely.
There's your special exile.
Okay. All right, and then you're done?
Did you have that card pulled up, Rob? You didn't think we were going to talk about AWOL?
Rob, we were talking about AWOL here.
Yeah. No attacks for me, so after I draw my card.
Okay. All right, that's an interesting draw, but I think my other play that I had lined up was better, and we're going to escape the wilds.
That's pretty good.
1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. All right.
Gonna have a lot of Shaheen Saranis.
No kidding. What a problem to have. So I'm definitely going to play this for my other land. And now it's Lovestruck Beast or Innkeeper, but with Lucky Clover, I'm more incentivized to wait for a Clover and then just really go off. So yeah, let's put an Innkeeper into play, and I'll pass to you.
Yeah, pretty clear I don't have an answer to the first Innkeeper, so the second one's
What are you talking about? You already killed the first one. This is the second and third.
Yeah, I could Shatter Skull them.
That's true. But I think I'm okay if you spend your turn doing that.
Yeah, that is not what I'm going to be doing this turn.
Okay.
I will attack you with Bone Crusher Giant.
Just Bone Crusher?
Just Bone Crusher.
Well, this seems like such a silly attack. I have a 5/5. Would you like to take it back?
You know what? I think I'm going to send him in.
Wow, that just seems like such a horrible play.
I was having a conversation with him during your turn, and Bone Crusher, he just really likes attacking. So I'm just listening to my team here. That's what a good coach does.
I guess I'm going to have to let the bluff happen, and I'll take it.
That's a good bluff on my part. Okay, take 4. Okay. No, I have the coach.
All right, I'll take 10.
Take 10. So you're at 10.
Yep.
And I just cleaved your life in 2.
I did not like what you just did.
And then I will pass the turn.
Okay. Now we got to have a good turn. I mean, I have great things to do here, so it's not like we're completely dead, but that, of course, was very, very good.
Turn 5, cleave. It's not the best, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Turn 4 is the ideal.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, turn 5, cleave. And it was turn 2, interact. Turn 3, play a creature. Turn 4, play 2 creatures, draw a card. Turn 5, cleave.
I was there.
Were you? I don't recall seeing you. I remember Shaheen was there.
Yeah, and I want to get these cards out, so I want to base my plays around this. So I'm going to start with an Omnath.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
Okay.
You don't have a way to get a second. Okay, you just are going to be able to tap out for those 2.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, and then just try to contain you. Next turn, I got a good amount of blockers, so I think that's going to be enough. So I'm going to gain 4.
Go to 14.
Yep. And then Clover and send this on an adventure and get 2 Shaheens.
Shaheens.
And then I'll pass to you.
And you have how many cards in hand?
I have 4.
Interesting. Very interesting. So, in order to answer the Bone Crusher, cleaved Bone Crusher, you need to either put
these 2 in front of it or more.
You can put these 6 in front of it. Everything but Lovestruck Beast will work. Lovestruck Beast
just
plus
these 2
Omnath
alone is
will work.
good,
Yeah,
right?
there's a lot of different ways. Lovestruck Beast plus Omnath will work. Lovestruck Beast plus 4 of the 1/1s will work.
Yep.
And Omnath plus 5 of the 1/1s will work.
Yep. We can do it.
Those are the 3 options. Those are the 3 options. I'm wondering if I can try to go for the gusto here with a little robber action.
Oh.
Try to snag a
beautiful
little brazy bee off the top.
Wow.
And that would go a long way here.
Yeah, that'd be a good card. I'm hoping to draw those, so I don't want you to have one.
But if I do send a robber in, it probably just gets eaten. Though if it gets eaten, it probably means that you either have to throw away a bunch of things or...
Yep.
I mean, you could just take another 10.
Yep.
That's the other thing is like you're not priced into blocking yet. You're at 14, and you're almost assuredly gaining another 4 life next turn.
Yep.
Right. If you don't block, you will die to a Rimrock Knight, which you don't want to do.
I do not want to do that.
So I would imagine you will block.
It's probably a good assumption.
Yeah, you got a lot of cards in your hand.
Shaheen.
Man.
What you got?
Well, definitely have a Crag Crown Pathway.
Okay.
And I'm going to play a Robber of the Rich.
Okay.
And you have 4 in hand, right?
I have 4, yep.
Yeah, I'm going to send in with Robber and Bone Crusher. Let's see what we got.
Bang.
Beanstalk Giant.
Okay. Now, I do kind of want to make...
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Beanstalk Giant, equipped with an Embercleave? I would accept.
That's going to be tough for you to actually cast. You can't do it right away. So what if I do just go like... So I would need 4, like you were saying. I kind of want to do this block. This sticks out to me as being cool. I lose a lot of stuff, but keep Omnath. You could have Rimrock Knight for Omnath here. What does Rimrock Knight on your own Crusher look like? You killed these. That's strong. So Rimrock Knight is good regardless, but I'm not going to die regardless. And then you have 2 tough choices for it, so those are my blocks.
Okay, well, you're going to lose those 5. I'll lose these 2.
Yeah, and I take
1.
I take 1, yep.
Brings you to 13.
Yep.
And I am going to cast Fertile Footsteps.
Does that go to your adventure zone?
Oh, yeah.
It does? I didn't think you could have somebody else's cards go to adventure.
It's Controller Exiles it. I looked this up the other night, actually.
All right.
I'll get a mountain, and I'm going to play a second Robber of the Rich.
Okay.
And then I'll pass the turn.
Oh, boy, you're dead.
What?
You're dead. You're quite dead, let me tell you. All right, so I'm going to start by gaining 4.
You're at 17.
Yeah.
But I cleaved you and everything.
You did cleave me and everything.
So according to Emma, technically it is exiled in your exile zone, Corey, but Ross can still cast it from exile.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, I'll play Lucky Clover. And I do want to eliminate you having...
Eliminates a black Rickery.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I want to eliminate your Edgewall Innkeeper being effective. So let's go with a... Yeah, okay. All right, I think I got this. I'm going to Granted 3 times. See what we can get. I know I want one of these. I would like one of these, and I would like one of these. I think those seem pretty solid. I don't actually need this Storm's Wrath. I would rather have Eugene. So we'll get these 3 cards. And I will... Don't care about Robber of the Rich Ember Cleaving that much right now. So I am going to stomp. And I don't think I'd block with Omnath if you equipped it, but I'll be safe and just say go. That's all my turn is.
Cards in hand?
4. You know 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm not that happy about that. Not gonna lie.
There's some decent cards there. So far, Emma's right. You are gonna lose, Ross. She's wise.
Wise beyond her years.
Beanstalk is pretty nice. Ugin doesn't deal with it that cleanly.
If I just cast the Beanstalk Giant, what does Corey's next turn look like? It probably just looks like playing adventure creatures and drawing cards and holding up the 2 interactive spells. So you'd have 5 mana available. Yeah, you could play Fave Wishes and either of the 3 drops. Probably Lovestruck Beast.
Yep.
And draw 2 more cards and maybe play a land if you have one. If not, you have 6 cards in hand. You have Return and Redcap up.
Return being the main thing that's effective against that plan. Just Embercleave. Beanstalk just being still out of range from this stuff.
I do. There is also a problem if I play the Beanstalk as a 7/7, and Corey has a land either here or here. Ugin plus Redcap melee will combine to kill it.
Yep.
So that's actually the biggest thing I have to worry about. That would be much worse for me than just playing some creatures and drawing some cards.
Okay.
You'd have this big Ugin in play.
I will tell you, this is not a land. I also could be lying, but...
Oh, man. Do I have to take the risk? Or can I do something else? That's it. That's really the question.
Decisions, Mr. Ross Merriam.
I'm going to do something else.
Okay.
I am going to equip the Cleave.
Okay.
I will attack and trigger because I have 3 cards. You are going to have a land.
Yep. I'll block with Omnath.
Okay, and now I have the question of whether I want to keep Robber or deal with Innkeeper, and I think I want to deal with Innkeeper, so I'm going to let this happen. You take 2.
Okay, yep.
Brings you to 15.
15.
And I'm going to stomp the Innkeeper.
Okay, pretty solid.
That's the turn.
Okay,
It stops the card advantage at least.
So now the question is, do I want to Ugin, and then I'm pretty vulnerable to, like, Questing Beast equip? I guess not really, not with a land. So, all right, I'll play Ugin, and 3 to you.
I go to 15.
Your go. Eugene.
These are not great draws. Okay, I will Temple.
Okay.
Scry. I will bottom that.
Okay.
I will play Bone Crusher Giant.
Okay.
And equip the Cleave.
Okay. Yeah, that's no problem.
Pass the turn.
I could just kill it now. I don't think there's a point. let's go with a draw. That's probably pretty good. I want to tick up with this no matter what. I'm going to pick up my sideboard for no reason, okay? All right.
Yeah, I'm just dead in this game.
Yeah. I was really hoping you made the one play of playing Beanstalk, because then I got to go bounce, 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 Fertile Footsteps, replace it. I was like, please, 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 please. But yeah, there's no way you're beating this value. The game's going to draw on. I will win. I just have too much value, you know?
Yeah, I needed a Questing Beast earlier in that game to be able to equip to a Cleave. But just didn't have a good way to play through that Ugin.
No such luck indeed. All right, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to be bringing you sideboarding from one player at least here right after the break. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to Versus Live, where I am sideboarding in my matchup of Gruul Adventures against 4-color Omnath Adventures. On my side of things, we've got some Garrux and Primal Mites, and both of these cards play an important role in that they help us break through stalled battlefields. That's what the 4-color or Teamer Adventure decks are very good at doing. They just have so many creatures, so many blockers. Both these cards are great at doing it. Love pumping an Ember Cleaved creature with Garruk or Primal Miting one. And so these really help our closing speed and are very valuable as a result. Cutting our worst threats. Garruk's Harbinger just has a hard time attacking in. Its hexproof ability is not relevant. This card usually comes out when the hexproof ability is not relevant. Unless they're like a white control deck, it's still fine against because it's just a very good standalone threat. But
must answer threat when you're answering stuff on a 1-for-1 basis.
Yes, exactly. But if they don't have black removal and they have creatures, this card's probably not good.
Pretty dang good against Sultai, though, I must say. That was Jason Florent's kind of wise words at the end. Is like, I played a lot of Sultai, and this card was unbelievable. He played Zach Allen twice, you know. So
yeah, it'll work against them. And then Scavenging Ooze, even when they have some Uros in this deck, they usually don't have the full 4 because they know they're not good at filling their graveyard. All the adventure cards go to the exile zone. So Uro takes a while to get going, so you're not actually that scared of it because you're trying to Ember Cleave to close the game early anyway.
Uro, not scary. Confirmed. Leave it.
But now with Uro out of the deck because you need to find room for Omnath, Scavenging Ooze is just even worse. This is a card that's good in the late games in aggro mirrors. Not even, it's okay in the late game. That's why you're able to main deck it in matchups like this, but it's not really what you're looking for. It's still just a big idiot.
Agreed,
so unless you've got the Cleave all ready to go, it's not going to do it by itself.
It's quite the juicy stomp target for me for sure. So, I agree. All right, so we're going to battle here. If I win this, marbles will be staying on my side. This deck felt nice. I mean, not anything too crazy different, except the mana base is awesome with all these pathways. It looked pretty sweet so far. And then Omnath, just a phenomenal card.
Yeah, and it really does. I think it just provides I keep saying like it's valuable in so many different matchups, but that's just the power of Omnath, right?
Yeah, it's just a great card.
This deck could use some life gain. That's something that's usually missing. You often see a Shadow Spear in the sideboard as a wish target as its form of life gain, but having something main that works well with your plan that gives you some life is really helpful. So it fills that hole is big against aggressive decks, and then just another value threat in a long train of value threats.
And honestly, if we're speculating here, but if Uro is getting the ban hammer on Monday with that announcement, that's definitely a lot more possible than before. Omnath is going to be the best card. It's phenomenal, but having the best card as a 4-color card, I'm okay with a little bit more, just because it is a little harder to work. You can kill it with the trigger on the stack before you start Fable Passaging and stuff, so I think we're going to be okay. Life's going to be okay.
Indeed. I am okay with this. I will keep it.
I don't think I can keep this one. This one's close, but Brazen Bar is not that great when I don't have a lot to go with it. I don't have Clover. I don't have Innkeeper. Fae of Wishes is quite slow against Gruul as well. I think this has to be a discipline mulligan here.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen Corey mulligan a 3-land 4-spell hand.
A playable hand, I know.
3 lands 4 spells, snap keep.
Yeah. You know what? I've turned a new leaf. I've turned over a new leaf.
Corey would keep triple Darksteel Citadel Quad Ornithopter.
Well, that's great.
He would then draw Cranial Plating and it would be fine.
Exactly, yeah. When you pair bad keeps with incredible luck, everything's still fine. So on the draw, I want to be looking to interact a little bit more, so I think that one is actually a pretty decently easy mull.
Chat would like to also point out a small bit of flavor we happen to have. So Histeus pointed out that, Ross, you're taking out the Garruk's Harbingers and bringing in Garruk. She's like, how could you do that? And then Emma and the Pro Citizen both mentioned that what does a Harbinger do?
Yeah.
but foretell, and then Emma's like, well, Garrick has been hard brought, so we're all good.
I like it. I like it.
Everything works. That was by design.
Everything's fine.
That was completely on purpose by me, and I'm glad that somebody was able to recognize my genius.
Okay, genius. I am going to keep. I think I'm just going to put this Brazen Bar to the bottom. It's a good card late, but pretty bad early. So.
Okay, I will be taking 3 for a turn timber and play an Edgewall Innkeeper.
All right, you are at 17.
You can go.
Okay.
I just want to alter the Garricks now, so they're instead of Garrick Unleashed, they're
I will
Garrick hard brought.
Spikefield Cave that. I will exile it and pass to you.
Well, that was max punishment.
Yes, love it.
There are a lot of different ways this hand could have played out, and it made sense to play the Innkeeper.
Yep.
But this is going to look a little awkward. Where I have Temple. Is that good enough? I don't think it is.
Okay.
Bottom that, and I will cast a Heart's Desire.
Okie dokie.
You can go.
I will untap. That was an okay draw. I think I have to play it, unfortunately. That sucks. Passage, pass. Passage.
Attack for 1.
All right, I'll take it. 19.
I will play a Crag Crown Pathway and a Lovestruck Beast.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
Makes sense. Put this into play tapped.
Do I have any more Spikefield Hazards? They usually only have 1.
Hey, I can't remember. I think there was more in this list. But
yeah, Emma's smart. She probably played more than 1.
Touche.
Card's really good.
All right, that was an interesting draw. Yeah. A little weird, out of order stuff here happening, but we'll live, hopefully. So big turn, big decision. Feels bad, man. How good the rest of your cards?
Phenomenal.
Crap.
Pretty close to best possible.
Oh no. So worst possible for me is QB. That's 9, 10 damage. I go to 9, and then I'm in trouble to a lot of things, but I'm still able to not die for sure.
You're scared
on
of
the
questing beasts? My hand is 4 questing beasts.
Not bad. Brick on that land. Okay, I'm gonna go for the high upside here of playing a Clover and passing to you.
Playing a Clover and passing to me.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
I am at 17.
Yep.
Okay, I have a Forest. I have an attack for 6.
Okay, that's not bad.
I have
13.
an Embercleave on Lovestruck Beast.
Oh god, okay, that's
Take
really
13.
bad.
And you go to 6.
Okay, that
Creature, Cleave. Let's go.
That was much worse than imaginable. All right, well, sweet. I'm loving it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
All right, well, I will adventure this.
Yeah.
So let's get green, blue. Blue. I'm going to shortcut a little bit here. I'm going to play this. I'm going to adventure again. And I'm going to get white and red. Or I need blue and red. All right, I lied. Let me put this in place of that so I can get blue and red. How about that?
Sure.
And then I'll pass to you.
Yeah. So Corey clearly has one of
the adventure cards that interacts with you and doesn't leave me dead this second.
Yes.
Yep, you're correct on that.
You have 2 cards in hand right now?
I have 2, yep.
Okay, that's how I have to play this. I'm going to play another Turn Timber, go to 14.
Okay.
Tapped. Had I not drawn the card that I drew, I would have certainly just gone to combat and had Corey probably bounce Cleave in this, or if he has Stomp me in this,
okay,
to minimize the value it gets.
Okay.
But I can play an Edgewall Innkeeper to force those to the 2 copies to target those, and then be able to get in with a Questing Beast.
Okay, yep, my hand is forced, so I
That's
have
the
to
better
do
of the
this.
2 against this play.
Yep.
I'll get in for 4.
All right,
bring
down
you to 2. And now you need to have an answer to this questing beast.
Yeah.
Questing beast and cleave is a combo.
All right, I got things. I'm gonna pick up my sideboard for no reason. Okay. Oh
so
boy.
Storm's Wrath or Red Cap melee would do it.
All right.
Not sure what else is over there. What else you got brewing?
I'm a brewing. Let me plan this out because this is going to be the game essentially. What do I want to have open? It's probably just double red cap melee. So I do have granted. And it's just what do I want? So it's for sure 1 is red cap melee. Definitely not that, not that, not that, not that. I need to just defend right now. I could just get Ugin, but honestly, I think just a second one of these is best for now.
Protects against another Lovestruck Beast, an Edgewell Innkeeper, a Robber of the Rich.
Yep, and I think I would like to play one of my adventure creatures this turn, but I need to leave open both red caps.
Can play the Fae of Wishes.
I can play the Fae. I guess... So I would die to a second questing beast. If you go to re-equip, no, because you can't re-equip plus do that. So red cap melee is fine. So I have this as well. I'm going to Heart's Desire, and now I'm thinking if I can also just play Fae here, because 1 red cap melee, I do it in combat. I think it's safer to just hold off and do that stuff next turn. It's not very impactful anyways, so I'll pass to you.
Okay, well, I'm pretty glad you did not find negate, because I have a stomp.
No! Oh yeah, I forget about that, huh? All right, dang it.
Though if you found red cap negate, I just ripped a robber, so I'm able to...
I just block with those, right?
No, I robber, move over the Embercleave.
Oh, yep. Yep. Okay. So I was dead regardless. But, all right. That was a comeback. I didn't think I was gonna have a chance. I just had a little bit of awkwardness from the beginning of just having to take that turn off to Clover. If I curved out into that, you are dead. You know.
Yeah.
But
Clover into double fertile footsteps, and then the interaction back to survive is a pretty strong turn to follow up. One turn off and 1 turn really on got you almost to the way back, but just barely, not enough.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking the worst possible was Embercleave, but was Questing Beast, but Embercleave was much worse. So with that being the case...
I was worried when you said worst possible was Questing Beast, because I had Cleave. I was like, does that mean he has an answer somehow? He's got like Brazen Bar over there?
And like I could have just said go and stomped the 1/1 in combat instead of playing Lovestruck, but I didn't have a 4th land. So then next turn, if I don't draw land, I do nothing. And even if I do draw land, I have to go like Fertile Footsteps into Clover, and that's just pretty awkward and pretty slow. I think that was my best chance to win, was just give you 1 busted turn.
Yeah, if you go for the stomp, I had an Innkeeper back. I go Innkeeper, Bone Crusher, draw a card, attack for 5, and then have Cleave up with those 3 creatures.
Oh, that would have been worse for me. Yeah. So I think I played the best I could outside of getting negate. No, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you just play around different things, and I think getting double red cap actually does play around more things.
Yep. All right.
It's really just the stomp.
It wouldn't be more fitting if we don't have the final game for the marbles here with all good decks. So, Rob, you got one question for us before we go?
Unfortunately, no. People are just wondering why he didn't take negate or whatever, but, we talked about that.
Yeah, still would have lost, but maybe in hindsight.
If he takes negate melee, he loses to Robber the Rich. Yeah. If he takes double melee, he loses to Stomp. Turns out I have both. So but so it's certainly not cut and dry either way.
Because I'm a fish, Chad. I am an absolute fish.
You're letting Emma down.
I know. Emma would have taken the gate, and you wouldn't have ripped it against her. Just that's what would have happened. Well, I think this is a good way to embarrass myself on our final game. to give it a shot. It's a very medium keep.
I am going to mulligan mine.
Okay,
I think it's important for me to come out strong, and that hand just needed too much help. I had 2 innkeepers, no adventure creatures.
Okay.
And only 2 lands, so I needed to draw lands, cast my stuff, but then the innkeepers are going to be bad. I had 2 primal mites to go with the innkeepers, which is not a combo.
All right, we'll leave this up to Emma. Emma, how embarrassed are you for me, or how, unproud of me are you right now with this keep? We'll see what she says.
Yeah. There was a potential.
I think it's close, but it might have to be a mulligan, but I'm keeping.
If my hand curved to like draw a land, draw a 3-drop adventure creature, cantrip into a land, play the Garrick I had, and then untap with 2 primal mites and just start going to town.
Yeah, that could be good.
It would have been awesome. So there was a path for that hand to be great, but
a pathway,
a very unlikely path.
Okay. Sure,
a pathway would have been a good start for that hand.
Okay.
Hand to be good. Third land was definitely a start.
Alrighty, let's hope you mulligan to 5, and then we're on even footing here. So.
Oh,
how's that one?
Not like this. Not like this.
Wah, wah, wah. These versus live streets are ruthless, You haven't mulliganed all day, so of course you mulligan twice on the final game.
I mean, if I draw lands, this hand is good.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go for it.
All right.
We
both got Corey keeps. Let's go. Your turn.
I'll go to 17 and play an innkeeper.
Okay.
You're up.
All right, I'll play Clover. Pass to you.
He has the Clover too.
Oh, I have the Clover, all right.
They always have the Clover. Heart's Desire.
Okay.
Attack for 1.
19.
You're up.
All right.
Land, Fertile Footstep. Stomp your 2 creatures.
I don't have the footsteps. I'll pass to you.
Okay, well, probably doesn't have Stomp either, because I don't think you would let me just draw a card.
Yeah.
I have drawn lands, so that's been the helpful part.
Yeah.
I'll draw off that and attack for 2. No shark typings to worry about. 17 all, and I'll pass.
All on top. Okay, right on time.
Emma's making fun of you for the BM, Ross. Just whining about your hand and just ripping perfect.
Well, I literally have drawn straight lands, so that's what I said when I kept it. If this hand draws lands, it's good. Believe me, I didn't expect to do that.
And I needed the opposite, and I did not do what I needed, so I am in trouble.
You do Fertile Footsteps. That's a spell, right?
Yeah.
That's the BM. There you go.
All right, let's get these 2 lands.
I'm sure I'll figure out a way to screw it up. Don't worry.
And I'll play a pathway and pass to you.
This is a white pathway, so don't have to worry about petty theft. You didn't have Stomp last turn, or you would have done this or Stomp last turn. You'd have done so. You can't have Stomp this turn.
You don't know my life.
So I am going to take 3 for a Shatter Skull. Go to.
How many lands did you have in your opener?
It was 1.
Okay. Wow. On the play?
Wow. I was on the draw.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. That's fair.
Okay. I have a Questing Beast.
All right.
I'll attack for 11.
Okay. Down to 6.
You can go.
Needless to say, I've not drawn what I needed. Ugh. Vomit.
Preferably not in the studio, Corey.
What can I even draw here? Land 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, Escape to the Wilds.
Yeah. Escape. I don't know why I'm putting it up there. 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. Crap.
Needed to. I guess you get to spike the innkeeper and make 2 1/1s and block here and take 4.
That is a thing. That's probably a thing where I'm still dead. So I get to play 1 more land. I can just make 3 1/1s essentially. That's not insane or anything. I think the cave is better. And then I can take over with Faye the next turn, but I don't know if I'm going to have a next turn. So
I know if you're going to have a next turn.
And I'm guessing it's no by your demeanor. I could just play. No, that doesn't work. All right. I'll make 2 tokens. I'll kill this and then just kill me. Just kill me already.
6?
Yeah.
Let me double check the math here. Okay, which of my many ways to kill you do you want me to play?
Yeah. I got to hand a 5-land Clover Escape on the play and then drew 3 lands. I was like, all right.
I kept 1 land and these 5 cards and drew 4 lands in a row to start, and then these 2 great spells.
Wow, you win the marbles this time, you jerk. Yeah, you're the luckier keep with bad hands. It shows today, but honestly, you probably didn't need too many lands to have a functional hand, and this deck's great. This deck is
2
great
lands,
as well.
and I would have been fine. I had early interaction. It just seemed better than a mull to 5.
Yeah. In hindsight, if I knew you were gonna mull it, I mean, I don't know. I let you down, Emma. I let you down. Both decks are really nice here, though, I must say.
Yeah. I think based on what we would say is if you play the matchup on paper, we had a couple upsets today. We both thought Sultai would be favored in match 1.
Yeah.
We thought the 4-color adventure deck would be favored over Gruul in match 3.
And honestly, I thouh Yorion was favored in Rakdos.
Sure.
So every match went the other way that I would have expected.
So it shows you that these 6 decks, there's a deck that's going to be favored, but they're not favored by that much.
No, they're all very powerful. For a 5-set standard, this is one of the most powerful standards I've ever seen for 5 sets. I mean, this is usually the point we're getting to 6 or 7. These decks are this good. So I mean, that just shows the power creep of 2020 Magic. But
yeah, it's just all the 2020 sets, so you knew that it was going to be insane.
Exactly. Yeah.
It is. The decks are capable of ending the game quickly. They're capable of turning the corner. They're capable of grinding. They have good interaction. Every deck is fighting on multiple axes. That's the thing here, and I think that's one of the elements that separates Gruul Adventures from some of the other Gruul decks. Like there's the Gruul Landfall deck that's really cool. Yeah. I especially like the build that plays Migratory Greathorn. I know when I was playing that, I was playing with I knew that you needed some way to get multiple landfall triggers to really be explosive, and Greathorn is just the way better way of doing it than what I was doing.
Yeah, I remember that.
So but that deck is just a straight aggro deck. It's not able to pivot in any way. It doesn't generate card advantage. The adventure aspect of the Gruul deck really does help, and it's never gonna be like this deck where you can draw a million cards off of it. But just those extra 2 cards helping you find land drops, finding the Ember Cleave, finding that key threat to fill in the hole on your curve is super valuable, or just being able to play through an early spot removal spell or 2 and keep the pressure on. So I think that's what really separates the Gruul Adventure deck from the other aggressive decks in the format.
And the double face mythics, I think, are both great in the deck, just because the Gruul decks want to have untapped lands anyways, and late game, if you were to flood, they're nice mana sinks. And this is still a deck that. And I mean, look at the double face cards you drew there. You weren't going to have all lands in place of your double face cards, because that would be way too many lands in deck construction. But they were great here because they are your spells and they are your lands, and they bailed you out.
It makes it easier to keep those land-light hands when you know that you've got extra lands hiding in your deck as spells. So a really good point there. Maybe that's going to change how we're supposed to be mulliganing in this format. To be more aggressive in keeping both, and it actually goes both ways. Like, you can keep a land heavier hands knowing that those things can be
No,
spells.
you can't do that. I tried that. I've tried it often, and each time didn't work.
So the end result is maybe I'm going to have to widen my range and get a third of the way to you instead of my normal 5th.
There you go. Yeah.
But a nice close day on Versus Live. I think we were 2-1 in every single match. One of them was a pity game, but a pretty convincing win in that pity game. So if that had happened earlier, that the narrative on that match would be different. So 3 2-1s, all going the opposite way of what Corey thought. So you're fired.
Yeah, all right, perfect. I had
Rob will be filling in on Thursday.
Perfect, Rob. You're in the game. Are you excited?
All Kyle West decks is what I'm picking.
Oh God. Well, you're losing next.
I just know that most of Kyle West decks are going to start with 4 of the crab.
Or Teferi's tutelage. So yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's his favorite card in the set. Either that or the 2 mana, each opponent mills 8, kick it, and traumatize them.
Yeah.
I love it. All right, everyone. This is going to bring us to the end of the show here. Congrats to Ross on the marbles. But now we got the true champion to thank here. Let's thank some subs, and I have a feeling it's going to start with Heptagon.
Yeah, we're going to need about 10 minutes to list all of them.
Yeah. Will you say Heptagon as many times as he gifted a sub, please?
Unfortunately for Heptagon, I'm not going to do that. Heptagon 24 did give out 50 subs today, so thank you very much for that.
It was their birthday, so happy birthday to them.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your continued support. It's not just
birthdays
today.
are supposed to flip around. We're supposed to be giving Heptagon birthday presents. So I guess we give him a happy birthday shout out is the best we can do.
Maybe they're from Australia. Everything's upside down there.
There you go.
Testspec 2000 for 4 months, Comrade Brain for 7 months, Sparrow for 5 months, Craig H.A. for 17 months, Dead Sea Gamer, and someone with the most amount of months I've seen so far, Choice 19 for 54 months. So
wow.
Thank you to all
more
of our
months
subs.
than Heptagon subs, so there's the winner now.
No kidding.
That's more subs. That's 54 of them.
That makes sense. Yeah, 56 subs. That is definitely the record that I've been on Versus Live for our subs. So
that's not even close.
Not even close. Yeah.
That's like the Wilt 100-point game. Like it's going to be a while.
Yeah. All right, take us home, Captain.
Okay. Thank you so much for your support there with all of those subs. And if you would like to support Star City Games in another way, you can join SCG Premium. Going to cost you $7.99 a month and gain you access to all of our exclusive content from great content creators, in addition to some other perks. That is 5% off of sealed product, 10% off of singles, and 15% off of supplies. So head on over to starcitygames.com/join-premium and sign up today.
All right. And if you want to be as cool and comfy as us in our Carnox gaming chairs, feel free to go over to carnox.com/SCG. Use that affiliate link to get yourself 10% off of one of these awesome gaming chairs.
And last but not least, we are sponsored by Coalesce Apparel. If you like the shirts that we wear, they are all available at their website, coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the gift code SCG when checking out there to get 10% off of your purchase.
Absolutely, and don't forget we have our challenge events running through the rest of the week for our final weekend here of the Season 2 Championship. They'll be running all day. Noon is our happy hour, right?
Yeah, Noon Historic.
Noon Historic is the happy hour. It'll be half off if you want to play in those from the normal 20. 4-0 gets you straight into the Standard Championship qualifier on Saturday. A couple medium finishes, and you will be qualified as well. So come and join, me, you, we got plenty of our writers that are going to be playing this weekend, and we're both qualified for that nice little Sunday event. So hopefully see you all on the digital streets this weekend, and make sure to play in some of these challenges to get yourself there. And that is going to do it for the show. So congrats on the marbles. One last thing before I go. Don't forget, we are doing the submitted decks by you. So if you got a brew here, they don't have to be one of our 6 busted decks. Have some fun with it. I already have just an obscene deck that's going to be on hashtag Team Corey.
I'm really upset that you got that one.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. But make sure we're going to be retweeting each other's tweets after this. So go to either one of our Twitter accounts and put the deck list there in text format and put hashtag Team Corey or hashtag Team Ross. Team Corey is up 2-1 on our viewer submitted decks here. So you got to step it up. You got to step it up for Ross, or just bury him and keep giving me the good list. I like that one even better. So
I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, so that's the show we got to look forward to. Thursday, we'll be picking our list tomorrow morning. So you have just tonight to get them in. So please do that. It's going to be a really fun show. And for Corey, Ross, and Rob, we will see you Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.